Uh-oh. Alarm went off and killed the video. That's insane. Anyways, they've done the same thing to me. That has been my experience consistently. So, yeah. So if you think sharing the gospel is like going and just saying the name Jesus or saying John 3:16, that's not how it's done at all. You have to have a living testimony of Messiah in your life, right? How do you think you give the gospel? You tell about your experience with Christ. So they were literally telling people, I've seen Christ, I heard him, I touched him. He's real. He's alive. Okay, well, we don't have that experience. We weren't there in that time. We just have the scriptures and our personal encounters, right, with the Lord. So that's a living testimony. If you had that, you can share that. And that's what I do. I tell people about the relationship I have with the Lord Yeshua, right? I tell them and I share it with them. And I say, you can have that too. And this will give you true happiness. The drugs, right? The drugs, the alcohol, the video games, pornography, whatever it is, will never fill that void. It didn't fill my void, the things that I did. It didn't fill the void in my heart. And it won't fill the void in yours. It never will. And you can see, even though I'm homeless, right? And it's like I'm going through a lot, yet I still have my peace. I still have my joy. Even though I have people literally trying to, like, threatening to kill me over the dumbest things and not seeing how insane they look. And like all the time, this stuff's happening in the shelter, outside the shelter, wherever I go. And it's like, like with that video on the second live that I did, for example, I didn't interact with that guy. I didn't talk to him. I don't know him. I never did anything to mess with him. And yet look at that reaction. Why? Because I was literally talking about the judgments of God and how real they are, and that Yeshua will come to deliver those judgments upon billions of people, right? Because of their lack of love, right? And that, once again, is the gospel. What did Jesus come and say, right? What did John the Baptist come and say? What did the prophets come and say? Repent and believe God, which means that he's going to destroy the whole physical creation, and then he's going to judge the spirits afterwards. And you're either going to go to paradise or you're going to go to Abaddon, destruction, right? You're going to go to one of the two. And it's entirely based on whether you believed in God or not, right? Whether you pleased God or not. Whether you're Cain or Abel. Were your sacrifices righteous or unrighteous? So I'm not talking about like animals, right? I'm talking about your thanksgiving, your gratitude, your love for your neighbor, and love for God, right? So I'm not going to get into specifics on that, right? It's pretty obvious.